Good morning to all. Welcome to today's webinar session. Today's webinar is about integration in Mathematics 2B. Children, you might be feeling very easy now because already 7 lessons have been completed on integration. And the presenter for today's webinar is Mrs. E. Purnima, PGT Mathematics, TSMS Valigonda, Yadadri, Bongir District. In these lessons, 7 lessons, Madam has given us a clear-cut explanation about different forms of integration, integration by parts, the Eilert principle, and also the integrations using partial fractions. So with this information, let us continue today's session. It is about the reduction formulas in integration. This will be the last session and very interesting session, children. So make use of this video again and try to clear all your doubts even when the physical classes start. Over to you, Punima ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, children. Good morning, Deepa madam. Good morning, Shailja ma'am and the whole webinar team. A very happy morning. Let us start our session today, children. Part 8 session of integration, which is, as ma'am said, which is a very, very interesting class, which has a reduction formula in that. So let us start our session, children. Be ready with your book and pen. So in the last session, what have we seen? First we see that, then we will move on to our class. Okay. So in the last session, we have seen with the rules for dividing a proper fraction into partial fractions. Yes. So we have seen how to divide any proper fraction into partial fractions, and then how to integrate when you have non-repeated or repeated linear factors using our partial fractions method. Okay. And next, what else we have seen in the last class? Integrating the proper fractions with reducible and non-repeated quadratic factors using partial fractions. How can we reduce, children? Using the factorization method, any quadratic factor can be reduced to linear factors. Yes, as we know that linear factors are irreducible. Yes, so if they are non-repeated reducible factors, then we are using partial fractions. How can you integrate that? Next, integrating the proper fractions with irreducible, non-repeated or repeated quadratic factors. So when irreducible quadratic factors are there, that is when b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So then in such case, we call that quadratic factor as irreducible. So in such case, if there are repeated or non-repeated, how can you proceed with the integration method using partial fractions? Clear? So these are the things what you have learned in the last session. So in today's class, what you are going to see, which is a very, very interesting concept, children, that is reduction formulae. We are going to see the reduction formulae. What is this reduction formulae? It is nothing but we are trying to integrate our given functions by successive reduction. So using that successive, what is the meaning of reduction? Reducing. Yes or not? Reduction is nothing but reducing means we are trying to make it a lower. When it comes for the polynomials, we say it as a lower degree. Yes. So like that we are going to reduce. So successive reduction. Successive means what? Step by step we are going to reduce. Yes. So do you remember the in the first year you have learned about successive differentiation? Do you remember that, children? So if y is a function, then y dash, then what is the successive differentiation? Next step of differentiation is what? Y double dash, that is d square y by dx square. Next y triple dash, that is d cube y by dx cube, like that. So there we are increasing. There we are increasing the differentiation. Here the successive reduction we are doing. So now here what is that? Let us see one after the other, children. Very, very, very interesting topic it is. So which will make you to solve the sums in an easier form. Okay. So now let us see one after the other. What is the reduction formula? Reduction formula for integral x to the power of n into e to the power of ax dx, where n is a positive integer. Okay. So now what is given here? You are asked to find out the reduction formula for the integral x to the power of n into e power ax. Means if any function is there of such form, if any function is there of such form, then how can you solve that? Okay, so for that we are going to find out the reduction formula for this general function. It is a general function. So based on this general function, the reduction formula, whatever you get here, based on using that, we are trying to solve the sums where the n value and here a value may change in our sums. Is it clear? So now let us try to do those, children. Okay, so let us try to do those. Now here in our sum, in our given function, so what is our function, children? Here it is integral. So I'm calling it, I'm naming it as what is our function, children? Here integral x to the power of n, x to the power of n into e to the power of ax dx. Okay, now it is our function, so where n is a positive integer. Now here I'm naming this function as in. I'm naming this function as in. Understood? So now here, if you observe this one, it is an algebraic function. X power n is an algebraic function. E to the power of ax is an exponential function. So in the isolate, in the term isolate, where does the algebraic function comes? Algebraic function comes first, then exponential function comes next. Yes. So from according to this rule, we are considering this x to the power of n as a u and e to the power of ax as a v. Okay. Now what is the uv rule? U into v rule. What is that? U into integral v minus integral u dash. U dash is nothing but d by dx of u. Okay. Integral v into dx. Is it clear, children? So like this is the integral of u into v. Now let us try to apply this uv form for the given sum. In is equal to, u is what? Our u is here x to the power of n. So x to the power of n into integral e to the power of ax dx. Okay, minus integral d by dx of x to the power of n. Okay, into integral e to the power of ax dx, whole dx is there. Okay, for the entire function, again we are integrating. Now, which is equal to x to the power of n into x to the power of n into, what is the integral of e to the power of ax? E to the power of ax is nothing but e to the power of ax only, by the, again, internal function ax is there, that you differentiate, that you write in the denominator as a. Okay, so by this time you already know how to integrate the basic functions. Yes, so integral d by dx of x to the power of n is nothing but n into x to the power of n minus 1, n into x to the power of n minus 1 second, children. So this part only I have written here, children. It is getting overlapped. Don't worry, the in, let in is, I'm assuming this in is equals to this. So that part only is getting overlapped here. So n into x to the power of n minus 1 into, what is this here? Integral of e power ax is nothing but e to the power of ax by a, as how you have done in the outside integral. Okay, now which is nothing but here, which is nothing but integral x to the power of n into e to the power of ax by a, minus, here n is a constant, by a is a constant, so I'm writing that n by a outside, into integral x to the power of n minus 1 into e to the power of ax dx. Is it clear, children? So let us write that step again here. So what is that step? In is equal to, what was the step? X to the power of n into e to the power of ax by a, minus n by a is a constant which has come out, into integral x to the power of n minus 1 into e to the power of ax dx. This was our step. Okay. Now, if you see here, what is our in, children, I'll write here again. What is our in? Actually, what is our given sum? Integral of x to the power of n into e to the power of ax. This is your in. Yes? This is your in. Now, if you observe the term, what you have got here, yes, so it is almost similar to our given function or not? X to the power of n into e to the power of ax dx. In place of e power ax, we have e power ax only. So in place of x to the power of n, we have x to the power of x to the power of n minus 1. So in place of that, can I write can I replace that this function integral x to the power of n minus 1 into e to the power of ax dx as I n minus 1 as understood? Because here in place of in, if in is this one, if in is this one, in place of n here we have n. Okay, same thing similarly if you observe this one, in place of n minus 1 we can write here, in place of n we can write n minus 1. The rest of all function is same. So that means what here it is, in is equals to x to the power of n into e to the power of ax by a minus n by a into in minus 1. So what is our in? Actually in is nothing but our given sum. So that is nothing but, this implies in is equal to, what is our actual sum, children? X to the power of n into e to the power of ax dx. Okay, is equal to x to the power of n into e to the power of ax by a minus n by a into in minus 1. Okay, now this is your reduction formula for the function of such form. Okay, now if suppose whatever we don't know, because given that in the question it is given that n is a positive integer, so we can have any number, means n can be 1, n can be 2, n can be 3 and so on. So whatever is it, so that means what here, this is called as a reduction formula for, this is the reduction formula for what, for this function. Okay, so on successive reduction, if you observe here, in is in the first step of integration, in has reduced, originally it was in, it is reducing to n minus 1, means what, one step it is reduced. Understood? So then for suppose in our question it is x cube is there for suppose. So then the first step of integration where you will reach, if you observe here, I 3 minus 1 is 2, I2 will get. Yes or not? So again that I2 will do it, we have to do. So again in that step what we will get, 2 minus 1 will be 1, means I1 will get. Again if you do the integration, I1, 1 minus 1 is what? I0. Means what? Finally, where do we reach, children? Where do we reach? Until and up to I0 or I0. I0 we can read it as I0 also. So we can reach up to I0 or I0. Understood? So whatever may be the n value, because as n is a positive integer, we reach up to I0. Understood? I0 is nothing but I0 only. Okay. So that means what? On successive reduction, means depending on the n value, depending on the n value, that many steps of integration we do. Understood? So on successive reduction of n, in successive reduction of n, in reaches to where? In reaches to where it reaches? Up to I0. In reaches to I0. Okay. So then what will be I0 value, children? If you reach to I0, then what will be the I0 value? Means here you are just compare this with the n. So what is n here? In is equal to, in place of n we have 0. That means if you observe here, x to the power of 0. Yes. So just I'm substituting here for your understanding. X to the power of 0 into e to the power of ax dx. X to the power of 0 means what? 1 only, no? So 1 into e power ax is nothing but e power ax dx, which is equal to e to the power of ax by a plus c. Is it clear, children? So like this, you have to do the integration for such kind of functions. So once again, I'll repeat, children. Once listen here. What is the function here? Reduction formula for x to the power of n into e power ax is there. So we are assuming that in is equal to integral x to the power of n into e power ax. Okay. Now considering this as u and e power ax function as v. Okay. So we are doing the applying the uv method here. After doing the applying the uv method, we have reached to this place. Okay. So here in place of x to the power of n, we have x to the power of n minus 1. So I'm replacing this term as, it is almost similar to our given function. I'm replacing this function as in minus 1. Okay. So now here, then that will be what? In is given by x to the power of n into e to the power of ax by a minus n by a into in minus 1. See, whenever a sum is given like this, children, you have to remember this formula. You have to remember this formula to find out the integration. Now here on successive reduction based on the value of n, we don't know how many steps you may get. It depends on the value of n. If you have n is equal to 3, then that will be 3, 2, 1, 0. So 4 steps you are getting. Understood? So if it is 4 or 5, the more number of steps will be there. So on successive reduction, in will be reached to I0. So where I0 is equal to x to the power of 0 into e to the power of ax, which is e power ax dx is equal to e to the power of ax by a plus c. So this will be the last step of our solution, depending on the n value. Understood? So whatever may be the n value, this will be the last step. Clear? So let us see one sum based on this. So what is the question here, children? Evaluate integral x square into e to the power of minus 3x dx. So what is the question here? Integral x square into e to the power of minus 3x dx. So what is our in formula? It is in the form of x to the power of n into e to the power of ax. So what is our in formula? X to the power of n into e power ax by a minus n by a into in minus 1. So this is your formula. Okay. So let us see here one by one, children. Now here, first of all, our given sum is in. Okay, where n is equal to 2 and a is equal to minus 3. So what is in means what here? Our given question should be I2. Yes, our given question should be I2. Yes, in place of n we have 2 here. So I am taking it as I2. I2 is equal to, what is I2 here? What is the formula here? Let's substitute in this formula. I2 is equal to x square into e to the power of ax. What is a? A is nothing but our minus 3. So let us replace that. A is equal to minus 3. Okay. So if you remember that formula, then that will be easy for you. Okay. So it is e to the power of minus 3x. E to the power of minus 3x by a. What is a? Minus 3. Okay. So is minus n by a. What is n? 2. 2 by minus 3. 2 by minus 3 into I2 minus 1. Nothing but x square into e to the power of minus 3x by 3. It is minus sign is I am writing in the numerator. Minus into minus is plus 2 by 3 into I1. It is what now? 2 by 3 into I1. So still again we have to further do the sum. What is that? Again the substitution should be done in the formula. X square into e to the power of minus 3x by 3 plus 2 by 3 into, open the bracket here, children, because whatever the steps you are getting inside the bracket, this 2 by 3 is common for them. Okay, 2 by 3 into, now here I1, n is equal to 1 here. So again let's substitute the formula. X to the power of 1, that is x only, into e to the power of minus 3x by minus 3. Okay, minus n is equal to how much here? 1. 1 by minus 3 into I. What is the value here? 1 minus 1. That is nothing but 0. Shall I write directly here? Yes, you understood, no? So I naught, which is equal to x minus x square into e to the power of minus 3x by 3. Plus into minus is minus 2 by 9 into x to the power of x into e to the power of minus 3x. Minus into minus is plus. And here also 2 by 9. 2 by 9 into what is the value here? I naught we got. Okay, I naught we got. But what is I naught value? Just now we have discussed, no? So what is I naught, children? Nothing but. So we'll calculate here I naught. So what is I naught, children? I naught. Let us calculate I naught here. I naught is equal to integral of e to the x to the power of 0. Yes, x to the power of 0 into e to the power of minus 3x. Our question is e to the power of minus 3x dx, which is equal to e to the power of minus 3x dx. Okay, so which is nothing but e to the power of minus 3x by minus 3 plus c. Okay, so in place of I naught, let us replace this one. So I2, which is our question, I2 is equal to integral x square into e to the power of minus 3x dx. This was our question, is equal to, what did we get, children? Minus x square into e to the power of minus 3x by 3. Okay, so let us once check here. X square into e to the minus x square into e to the power of minus 3x by 3 minus 2 by 9 into x into e to the power of minus 3x. Okay. So minus 2 by 9 into x into e to the power of minus 3x plus 2 by 9 into e to the power of minus 3x plus c. because 2 by 9 into I is there, no. So there minus was there. Here minus into minus becomes, 1 second children. Okay. So what was the step here? Minus 2 by 9 into x to the power x into e to the power of 3x plus 2 by 9 into I naught. Plus 2 by 9 into I naught we have. So what is that I naught? I naught is nothing but e to the power of minus 3x by minus 3 by minus 3. Okay. So this part, in place of I naught, I am substituting this value. So which is equal to minus x square. So on the whole, what is the term here, children? 9 into 3 is 27. So 1 by 27 I can take common. Minus 1 by 27 I can take common. So it is okay. So it is now here minus, what is the term here, children? Minus 27, minus 1 by 27 I am taking common. And what else comes common? E to the power of minus 3x is also common. Okay. So minus e to the power of minus 3x by 27 I am taking common, children. So what we will get here? Here 9x square. Okay. The minus has come out, means here we'll have plus 3 to the 6, 6x. Here minus 1 by 27 is taken common. So here only plus 2 is left. Okay, plus c. So this is your solution. Understood, children? So like this you have to do. So here very simple thing is you have to remember that formula. That x to the power of n into e to the power of ax dx, and formula is remembering that formula is very, very important, children. So that if you remember, then that will be very easy for you. Okay. So let us see one more reduction formula, children. Reduction formula for sine to the power of nx. Reduction formula for sine to the power of nx dx for an integer n greater than or equals to 2. So what is the form? It means if any function is there of such form. Means if you have n is equal to 1, children, that is nothing but sine x. Yes or not? Sine x means we have a direct formula. Integral of sine x is what? What is the integral of sine x, children? Minus cos x. Yes. So, and if sine square means if n is equal to 1, then directly we have a formula. But if suppose n is equal to 2 or n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4, so on. So then how can you solve that kind of sum? So here for that also we are trying to find out the general method for integral of sine to the power of nx dx. Using that reduction formula, based on the n value, we can apply that formula and do the integration. Is it clear? So what is that? Let us see here. So what is our given question here? Okay. So I'm considering this as in. In is equal to integral sine to the power of nx dx. Okay. Now here I'm writing, how I'm writing this one, children? Because here only one function is there, I'm trying to write it as sine to the power of n minus 1 x into sine x. I'm splitting them into two terms. Why? Because we have a formula, children. X to the power of m into x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of m plus n. Yes? Do you remember this formula? X to the power of m into x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of m plus n. Using this formula, I'm splitting this. Means what? If you have just apply that here, what happens? N minus 1 plus 1. Bases are same. For both the terms, we have sin x only as the base. So n minus 1 plus 1 means what? Minus 1 plus 1 is cancelled. Again, n is left. Sin to the power of nx is left. So that means here the sin to the power of nx dx I am writing as sin to the power of n minus 1 x into sin x dx. Is it clear? Now here both are trigonometric functions only and they are in the form of a product. So here what we do is, again here also we are trying to apply the u into v method only. But here then what to observe, what to consider as u and what to consider as v. Yes, because we have a term that isolate. That is useful when two different functions are there. But here if you observe the two are trigonometric functions only. So then how can you apply that u into v? Means which is to be considered as u and which is to be considered as v. So for that only thing you have to understand, children, the function for which you can you have the integral value, because in the uv formula you are integrating v. Yes or not? So for these two functions, which has the integral formula, integral value, we have integral value for sin x. Yes or not? So that's why this should be considered as v and this should be considered as u. Understood, children? Okay. Now what is your u into v? U into v is nothing but u into integral v minus integral u dash into integral v whole dx. Understood? So in is equal to, I'm trying to apply this formula here. So what is our u? Sine to the power of n minus 1 x. Okay, into integral sin x dx minus integral d by dx of sine to the power of n minus 1 x into integral sin x dx whole dx. Follow, children? Now, which is equal to sine to the power of n minus 1 x into integral of sin x is nothing but minus cos x. So that minus sign I'm writing in the front, children. The minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x minus integral. It is in the form of x to the power of n. That is n minus 1 into sine to the power of n minus 1 minus 1. That is n minus 2 x. X to the power of n, d by dx of x power n is what? N into x to the power of n minus 1. According to that formula, n is nothing but here n minus 1. So n minus 1 into sine to the power of n minus 1 minus 1, which will give you n minus 2 into x. Okay, and internal function sin x should be also differentiated. So derivative of sin x is what? Cos x. Okay, into integral of sin x is again minus cos x. Follow, children? Into dx. So don't forget to differentiate the internal function. Okay, which is equal to minus sin x, minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x. Here minus into minus is plus. N minus 1 is a constant which comes outside into sine to the power of n minus 2 into x into cos square x. Cos square x into dx. Understood, children? Now let me write this step again. The next slide. In is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into integral sine to the power of n minus 2 into x into cos square x dx. Okay, so this is a step. Now here, check once. So plus n minus 1 into sine to the power of n minus 2x into cos square x dx. Okay. Now here, what we are trying to do is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into integral of sine to the power of n minus 2x into this cos square x I can write as 1 minus sine square x or not. Using the trigonometric identity. What is that? Since sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Using this trigonometric identity, we are writing this as 1 minus sine square x. Okay, so which is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into, and splitting the integrals, children, sine to the power of n minus 2x. This 1 into sine power n minus 2 is sine power n minus 2x dx. Plus into minus is minus. Again, this n minus 1 is common for both the terms. So I'm writing the separate integral into sine to the power of n minus 2x into sine square x. Okay. Now which is equal to sine to the minus sine to the power of n minus 1x into plus n minus 1 into, now if you observe here, our given function is integral of sine to the power of nx. So it is considered as in. So in place of n here we have n minus 2. So can I write it as in minus 2? We can write it as in minus 2 minus n minus 1 into integral. Again here the bases are same. When you add the powers, minus 2 plus 2 is cancelled. We are left with sine to the power of nx. Clear? So it is your in. In is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into in minus 2 minus n minus 1 into in. Okay, which is our given sum. Okay, which is your given sum. Minus n minus 1 into in. Okay. Now here this in term is there here and also here. So let us send the term other same side. Implies in, this minus term comes here, means it becomes plus n minus 1 into in is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into in minus 2. Okay. Now taking in common here, 1 plus n minus 1 is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into in minus 2. Okay, children. So plus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled. So we are left with n into in. Okay. N into in is equal to, the right hand side will be as it is. Now I'll write that one. N into in is equal to minus sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 into in minus 2. So this was our term. So we need only in value, which is our given sum. In is equal to this, n also is sending other side. It goes to denominator, sine to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x by n plus n minus 1 by n into in minus 2. You children understood? So now this is called as what? This is called the reduction formula. This is called the reduction formula for what? Integral sine to the power of nx dx. Very, very important, children. You may get this function as this sum for 7 marks also. Understood? Very, very important. So children, don't forget to practice this reduction formula. Very, very important. These are. So it is a reduction formula for sine to the power of nx. Now, still here, if you observe here, our n value is what? N is greater than or equals to 2. It is given as, or n is greater than or equals to 2. Yes. Suppose here n is greater than or equal to 2 means n can start from 2 onwards. Means it can be sine square x, it can be sine cube x, it can be sine power 4x, so on. So that means what? N value can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on. So you may have an odd number, you may have an even number for n, yes or not? So if n is even or if n is odd, then what can you get in the last step? If n is even, if n is even number, if n is even, then what happens? After successive reduction, if n is even, after successive reduction, in reaches to where? Where it reaches? Reaches to, see here. What is the step here we have in the last term? In minus 2 we have. N minus 2 means what? If I value is even number, means if it is 4, for suppose, sine to the power of 4x is there. In the first step of integration, what we get? 4 minus 2 is 2. Means till I2 we get. Again, we have to do for the next. Like because I value is, if n value is equal to 2, then also we can proceed with the formula. So I2 is what? In the next step of integration, what we get? 2 minus 2 becomes 0. So 0 cannot be reduced further because n value should be always equal to 2 or greater than 2. I0 is not greater than 2 or equal to 2. So we cannot do it further. So we are stopping at I0 only. That means what? If n is an even number, on successive reduction, in reaches to where? Reaches to I0. So then what will be that I0 value? I0 is equal to integral of sine to the power of 0. N value is 0, we are telling. Yes. So that is nothing but something to the power of 0 is what? Always 1 only. So 1 into dx is equal to x plus c. Understood? So if n is an even number, the last step we reach to x plus c. Suppose if n is odd number, if n is odd, same thing, children, after successive reduction. After successive reduction, in reaches to. So where it reaches? If suppose n is equal to some 5, let us suppose sine to the power of 5x. It means in the first step of integration, 5 minus 2 is 3. We reach to I3. Because 3 is greater than 2, again still we can do. So 3 minus 2 is what? 1. I1 we get. So because 1 is less than 2, we cannot do it further. That means it will reach to I1. Means if n is an odd number, it reaches to I1. So that means what? What is the value of I1? I1 is nothing but n value is 1 here. So sine to the power of 1x. Nothing but sin x only. Sin to the power of 1x is nothing but sin x. What is the integral of sin x, children? Minus cos x plus c. Understood? So if n is an odd number, we get a last term as minus cos x plus c. If n is an even number, we get integral of sin I naught is equal to x plus c. Understood? So this is your reduction formula. This we have to remember. This formula is very, very important to solve the sums based on sin to the power of nx dx. Clear? And reduction formula for sin power nx dx is also very, very important. So that is to be remembered, children, always. The first step, if you remember, it will be very easy. So what is the first step we did here? Sin to the power of n minus 1 x into sin x. We are splitting this into sin power n minus 1 x into sin x. In that, one is considered as u and other one is considered as v. Followed? So like this we have to do. Now, so what is our question, children? Evaluate sin to the power of 4x dx. Okay. So in sin to the power of 4x dx, n is equal to 4. So what is our formula? Integral of sin power nx dx is equal to minus sin to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x by n plus n minus 1 by n into I n minus 2. So what is the n value here? N is equal to 4, which is an even number. That means it will reach to I naught. The last step will be up to I naught it will reach. Okay. So let us try to do that sum. Apply the formula here. So our given sum n is equal to 4. So we can consider it as I4. We write it as I4. I4 is equal to what? Integral of sin to the power of 4x. This is your I4. Okay. So let us try to do it. I4 is equal to, let us apply this formula here. So minus sin to the power of 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is how much? 3. X into cos x by 4. N is how much here? 4. So by 4 plus n minus 1. 4 minus 1 is how much? 3 by n. That is 4 into I. 4 minus 2 is 2. I2. Understood? So now here it is minus sin cube x into cos x by 4 plus 3 by 4 into I2. What is I2, children? I2 again we have to apply the same formula. Minus sin to the power of n minus 1 x into cos x by, what is n minus 1 here? What is n value? I2, no? So 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1 will get. So 1 is nothing but what, children? Okay. So here when you are writing here, sin to the power of n minus 1, that is n value is here 2. So 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So no need to write that 1 as a power. So simply we can write it as sin x into cos x. Okay. By n. What is n here? N is nothing but 2 plus n minus 1. That is 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2 into I 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is nothing but I naught. Okay. So which is equal to minus sin cube x into cos x by 4 plus into minus is minus 3 by 8. 3 by 8 into sin x into cos x. Okay. Plus 3 by 8 into I naught. 3 by 3 by 8 into I naught. 3 by 8 into how much we are getting here? I naught. Okay. Now, so let us write that again here, children. So what is your I4? I4 is equal to what you are getting? Minus sin to the power of sin cube x. Sin cube x into cos x. Sin cube x into cos x by 4 minus 3 by 8. 3 by 8 into sin x into cos x plus 3 by 8 into I naught. What is I naught, children? I naught is nothing but, we are trying to do that I naught here. I naught is nothing but what? Sin to the power of 0. As sin to the power of 0x as what we did in the reduction formula. Okay, so which is equal to minus sine cube x. Sine cube x into cos x by 4 minus 3 by 8 into sin x into cos x plus 3 by 8 into sin to the power of 0 is nothing but 1. 1 into x is nothing but x. So x plus c. Okay, so this is your solution. So what is our actual sum? Sin to the power of 4x. Sin to the power of 4x is nothing but our I4. It is nothing but minus sin cube x into cos x by 4 minus 3 by 8 into sin x cos x plus 3 by 8 into x plus c. Is it clear, children? I hope you followed it. Now, what is the next one here? Integral of tan to the power of n. Reduction formula for integral of tan power n x dx for an integer n greater than or equals to 2. Okay. Now here, how to do it, how to do this kind of sum? Let us see here. Okay. Now here let us take it as some in. Okay. Let us take it as in. In is equal to what? Integral of tan to the power of nx dx. In is equal to integral of tan to the power of nx into dx. So same thing as what we did in the previous sum. Similarly, same to that sin power nx. Here also should do the same. But there we did it as sin to the power of n minus 1x into sin x. But here we have to do it as tan to the power of n minus 2x into tan square. Understood, children? So tan to the power of n minus 2x into tan square. So which is equal to integral of tan to the power of n minus 2x into tan square x we can write as secant square x minus 1. Yes? Because since secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to how much? Is equal to 1. According to this formula, we write it as tan to the power of n minus 2x into secant square x minus 1. Is it clear? So which is equal to, let us split the integrals here. Integral of tan to the power of n minus 2x into secant square x dx. Okay. Minus integral of tan to the power of n minus okay, integral of tan to the power of n minus 2 into 1 is nothing but tan to the power of n minus 2x dx. Okay. Now here, if you see here, if you consider this as tan to the power of n minus 2x into secant square is there. So if you assume tan x as t, then we know that secant square x dx is nothing but our dt. Yes. So here for this function, for the first function, I'm considering let tan x is equal to t. Okay, so then what happens? Secant square x dx is equal to dt. Okay, so let us substitute here. In is equal to integral t to the power of n minus 2 is nothing but tan to the power of n minus 2 is nothing but t to the power of n minus 2 into dt. Okay, minus here it is what tan to the power of n minus 2 is nothing but what in minus 2 we can write or not, because in is tan power n, means tan power n minus 2 becomes in minus 2. Okay, now here it is in is equal to so here we write in is equal to integral of t to the power of n minus 2 dt, okay, minus in minus 2 we got. Yes, so which is nothing but t to the power of n minus 2 is nothing but what, t to the power of n minus 2 plus 1, that is n minus 1 by n minus 2 plus 1 is again n minus 1. minus in minus 2. Okay, so this is your in. Understood, children? So which is your, let us replace that. In is equal to, t is nothing but tan x. So tan to the power of n minus 1 x by n minus 1 minus in minus 2. So this is your reduction formula. Understood? So again here the same thing, children. If n value is greater than or equals to 2. So if n is even or if n is odd, then how can we get the terms? If n is even, then in reaches to or reduces to. In reaches to where? If n is an even number, same thing as the previous reduction formula, it reaches to I naught. Nothing but what? I naught is nothing but integral of tan to the power of 0, nothing but 1. 1 into dx is equal to, we get it as x plus c. Okay. Similarly, if n is odd, same thing. If n is odd, then in reaches to, where it reaches? To I1, which is nothing but integral of tan x. Tan to the power of 1 is nothing but tan x. Tan x dx is nothing but log secant x plus c. Okay, log secant x plus c. Means it depends on the, depending on the n value. Depending on the n value, if n is an odd number, it will reach to I1, which is equal to log secant x plus c. If n is an even number, it reaches to I naught, which is nothing but x plus c. 1 into dx is 1 dx is x plus c. Understood? And this is your reduction formula for tan x. In is equal to what? Tan power n minus 1 x by n minus 1 minus in minus 2. Understood, children? So like this, you have to do the reduction formula. Now, next one. Okay. Now, next one is obtain the reduction formula for cosecant to the power of nx dx. Cosecant to the power of nx dx for an integer n greater than or equals to 2 and deduce the value of cosecant to the integral cosecant to the power of 5x dx. Okay, it is very, very important. Some children, many times this sum has been repeated in our board exams for 7 marks question. Okay, means you have to find out the reduction formula for this, and as well as using the reduction formula, this value has to be found out. Understood? So let us do this sum. Now here, what is our in value? In. Okay. So in is equal to what? Integral of cosecant to the power of nx dx. Okay. This is for n greater than or equals to 2. Same thing, children, here also. Now, for this one here, what we do? Integral of cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cosecant square x. Same thing as what we did for tan. Clear? Now, which is equal to, here what I am doing is, here because we don't have the, here directly we have a formula for cosecant square. In the previous one, tan square, there is no direct formula for tan square. Means integrating formula we don't have directly for tan square. So that's why we have changed that to secant square x minus 1. But here if you observe this one, we have a direct integration value for cosecant square x. So not. So that's why here this should be considered as v and this should be considered as u. Clear, children? So again u into v is what? U into integral v minus integral u dash into v whole dx. Okay. Now, which is equal to in is equal to into u into, what is u here? Cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into integral of cosecant square x dx minus integral d by dx of cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into integral cosecant square x is cosecant square x dx into whole dx. This into whole dx is there. Now which is equal to cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into, what is integral of cosecant square x? It is nothing but minus cot x. Yes, it is minus cot x minus integral of n minus 2 into cosecant to the power of n minus 2 minus 1, that is n minus 3. N minus 3x into internal function cosecant x derivative is what? cosecant x into cot x minus cosecant x into cot x. Okay, into integral of cosecant square x is what again? Minus cot x. Clear? Dx is there here. Now, which is equal to minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x. Okay, here, what is the constant here, children? N minus 2 will comes out. Let us check see the minus sign here. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus. So, minus n minus 2 comes outside. Okay, into integral cosecant to the power of n minus 3 into cosecant x. The bases are same when you add the powers n minus 3 plus 1, which is nothing but cosecant to the power of n minus 2. Okay, n minus 2x into, let us see the cot. Cot x into cot x is cot square x. Cot x into cot x is cot square x. So now here, in is equal to what did we get here? Minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x. Okay, minus n minus 2 into integral of cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot square x. This was our step, the previous step. Okay, now here, what I am trying to do here, by this time you might have understood what we are supposed to do, what we are doing here, what you are going to do in this step. Cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into, because we don't have the direct formula for cot square, what you should do, you should convert to cosecant. What is cot square x formula? Cosecant square x minus 1, isn't it? Cosecant square x minus 1 into dx. So, which is equal to minus cosecant square to the power of n minus 2x into cot x minus n minus 2 into, I am splitting the integrals children here, cosecant to the power of n minus 2 into cosecant square. So when you add the powers, minus 2 plus 2 is cancelled. We are left with cosecant to the power of nx dx. Okay. And here, cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into 1 is cosecant to the power of n minus 2 minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x. So that minus into minus is plus. So plus n minus 2 will comes out here into cosecant to the power of n minus 2x dx. Okay. Now, which is equal to minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x minus n minus 2 into what is this? It is nothing but our given sum. It can be written as in plus n minus 2 into, it can be written as in minus 2. Clear? So, it is written as in minus 2. Okay. Now, left side we have in. Now, this in term can be sent to other side. So, it becomes now in implies in plus n minus 2 into in is equal to minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x plus n minus 2 into in minus 2. N minus 2 into n minus 2. Okay. Now, here in is taken common. In is taken common. So 1 plus n minus 2 is equal to minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x plus n minus 2 into in minus 2. Okay. Now here 1 minus 2 is nothing but minus 1. So it is in into n minus 1 we get. Yes. Shall I write it directly other side? That n minus 1 will go to other side as a denominator. So in becomes now minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x by n minus 1 plus n minus 2 by n minus 1. N minus 1 into I n minus 2. Clear, children? Understood? I hope you followed it. So this is your reduction formula. Okay. So similarly, and here again the same thing here. What we do, if n is even number and if n is an odd number, so let us write it again. Okay. So now here, shall I write that? What is the term here we got? In is equal to. Children. Okay. So this is your in. What is, let us write it again. 1 second here. So in is equal to minus cosecant to the power of n minus 2x into cot x by n minus 1 plus n minus 2 by n minus 1 into I n minus 2. So this was our function. Okay. Now again same thing as what we did in the previous one. If n is even, in reduces to, or in reaches to I naught. Yes or not? In reduces to what? I naught. So which is equal to integral of what is the function here? Cosecant to the power of 0. Nothing but 1. 1 into dx is equal to, we get it as x plus c. Okay. So if n is odd number, then in reaches to, in reduces to I1. Okay, reduces to I1, which is equal to integral of cosecant to the power cosecant x dx, which is equals to log tan x by 2, plus c, log tan x by 2 plus c, or else we can write one more formula is there, log cosecant x minus cot x plus c also we can write. Dear children, so this is your reduction formula. Now we are supposed to find out the continuation. One more sum is there. You are asked to find out cosecant to the power of, what is the question here? Cosecant to the power of, let us check here, children. What was our question? Cosecant to the power of 5x. Yes? Cosecant to the power of 5x is there. One second, hold a minute. One second, children. So what is the question here? Cosecant to the power of 5x we should do. That is nothing but I5. Nothing but I5. So I5 we are supposed to do. I5 is equals to integral of cosecant to the power of 5x dx. Okay. Which is equal to, let us substitute in the formula. I5 is equal to minus cosecant to the power of 5 minus 2 is what? 3. So cosecant cube x into cot x by n minus 1. That is 5 minus 1 is 4 plus n minus 2. What is n minus 2? 5 minus 2 is how much? 3. 3 by 5 minus 1 is 4 into I n minus 2. That is 5 minus 2 is how much? 3. So I3 we get. Now here it is again minus cosecant to the power of 3x, cosecant cube x into cot x by 4 plus 3 by 4 into I3 we are trying to do. What is I3? Minus cosecant to the power of 3 minus 2 is 1. That is cosecant to the power of 1 is nothing but cosecant x only. Cosecant x into cot x by n minus 1. That is 3 minus 1 is how much? 2. In plus n minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1 by 3 minus 1 is how much? 2. So 1 by 2 into I1. Okay. Now, which is equal to, what is I1 value, children? Log tan x by 2 plus c. Okay. Now, which is nothing but here minus cosecant to the power of or minus cosecant cube x into cot x by 4 plus into minus is minus 3 by 8 into cosecant x into cot x plus 3 by 8 into, in place of I1 I am taking log tan x by 2. Log tan x by 2 plus c. Understood, children? So like this we have to solve our sum. So this is your I5, which is nothing but cosecant to the power of 5. Integral cosecant to the power of 5x dx. Clear, children? So this is your question. Now here the next one is obtain the reduction formula for sine to the power of mx into cos to the power of nx dx for a positive integer m and an integer n greater than or equals to 2. So it is also very, very important, children. Now here, okay. So what is the reduction formula we are asked to find out? Integral sine power mx into cos to the power of nx dx for a positive integer m and an integer n greater than or equals to 2. So m can be any positive integer, but n should be always greater than or equal to 2. Is it clear? So let us suppose this as in. In is equal to integral of sine to the power of mx into cos to the power of nx dx. Okay. Now I am splitting this as, I am writing this as integral sine to the power of mx dx into cos to the power of n, I am writing as n minus 1 x into cos x. Okay. Now here I am rearranging the terms, children, so that cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sine power mx into cos x I am writing together. Understood? So why I am doing like this means, because here we have 3 terms. So again here also we have to apply u into v. So which should be taken as u and which should be taken as v. So if you consider here, if these 2 terms are together, then here we have to integrate that v. Yes. So in the integration part, if you take this as t, sin x is taken as t means sin x the derivative is what? Cos x. Cos x dx becomes dt. Yes. So that's why here these 2 functions together are taken as v, and this cos to the power of n minus 1 x should be taken as u. Understood? So like that we have to check, children. So in is equal to, I am applying the uv formula. What is uv? U into integral v. So u is nothing but cos to the power of n minus 1 x into integral of v sine to the power of mx into cos x, okay, dx, minus integral of d by dx of cos to the power of n minus 1 x into integral of sine to the power of mx into cos x dx whole dx. Okay. So like this we have to do. Now let us do that. Cos to the power of n minus 1 x into, what is here? 1 second, children. Because here there are 2 functions again. There are 2 functions again here. So what we do here is, if you assume that sin x has t, then what? Because here if you observe, children, 2 terms are there. Here also we have sin power mx into cos x. Here also we have sin power mx into cos x. So for these 2 integral functions, I am doing it only for one time. The same thing can be applied in both the cases. So let sin x is equal to t. I am taking sin x as t. So if you differentiate on both sides, what happens? Cos x dx becomes dt. Clear? So let us substitute in that formula here. Now, which is equal to In is equal to integral of sorry, cos to the power of u into, no, so integral cos to the power of n minus 1 x into integral of sin x we have taken as t. So it becomes now t to the power of m into dt. Cos x dx become dt plus minus integral of d by dx of cos to the power of n minus 1 x was there. So that is nothing but n minus 1 into cos to the power of n minus 1 minus 1 is n minus 2x into internal function d by dx of internal function cos x is what? Minus sin x. Okay. Into integral of t to the power of m into dt. Okay. Whole dx. Now, which is equal to In is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into t to the power of m integral is what? T power m plus 1 by m plus 1 as minus, one second children, here one important thing we missed here. Here, because two functions are there, children, m and n, let us consider it as I m comma n, children, not simply n here. So wherever I am taking it as n, I am rating it as I m comma n, because two are there, two terms are there here. They are one I m comma n. Okay. So which is t to the power of m plus 1 by m plus 1 minus n minus, here minus into minus is plus. The plus comes out here. N minus 1 into n minus 1 comes outside into integral cos to the power of n minus 2x into sin x into sin x. This is into symbol into sin x into internal of integral of t power m is nothing but what? T to the power of m plus 1 by m plus 1 dx. So let us replace that t with the sin x, children. So cos to the power of n minus 1 x into t to the power of, that is sin to the power of m plus 1 into x. Sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1. Okay. Plus n minus 1 into n minus 1 by, this is 1, n minus 1 by this m plus 1 also comes outside, m plus 1 into integral cos to the power of n minus 2x into sin to the power sin x into sin to the power of m plus 1x. Okay. Sin to the power of m plus 1. This is 1. M plus 1 into x. Now, into dx, which is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1. Here also m comma n, children. Here also m comma n. Okay. So here also I am writing m comma n. By m plus 1 is equal plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into integral cos to the power of n minus 2x into sin to the power of, bases are same, children, we can add the powers. M plus 1 is nothing but m plus 2. M plus 2x dx. Clear? Now, what is the next thing here we should do? Is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1x into sin to the power of m plus 1x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 by n minus 1 by m plus 1, okay, into integral cos to the power of n minus 2x into sin to the power of m plus 2, I am writing as sin square x into sin to the power of mx into sin square x. So that, because sin square x we can write as 1 minus cos square x we can write, no. So that's why I am splitting them. Here, so let us write that function again in the next thing. Let us move on to next slide, children. Okay. So I m comma n, I m comma n is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into cos to the power of n minus 2x into sin to the power of mx was there into sin square x. Sin square x I can write as 1 minus cos square x. Okay, 1 minus cos square x. Now here, what can you do here? Then let us separate the integrals. Let us separate the integrals. So what is that? I m comma n is equal to cos to the power of m minus 1x into sin to the power of m plus 1x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into integral. First I am separating, multiplying with 1. So it becomes now sin to the power of mx. I am writing in the proper order as how the question is there, children. First sin term is there. Sin to the power of mx into cos to the power of n minus 2x dx. Okay. Now plus into minus is minus. This n minus 1 by m plus 1 is common for this second integral also, which is cos to the power of n minus 2x into sin to the power of mx into cos square x dx. Is cos square x dx. Okay. Now which is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into integral. So it is now a sin power mx into cos power nx n minus 2x we can write as, what can you write, children? It is similar to our given integral. Yes or not? So it can be written as, in place of n we have n minus 2. So we can write it as I m comma n minus 2 we can write. Okay. So plus minus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into integral sin to the power of mx. I am writing first into cos to the power of n minus 2 into cos square. When you add the powers, minus 2 plus 2 is cancelled. We are left with cos to the power of nx dx. So here it is I m comma n. Okay. So I m comma n is equal to, again same step we get cos to the power of n minus 1 x cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1. Okay. Plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into I m comma n minus 2 minus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into, it is nothing but our I m comma n. Okay. So this I m comma n terms we are sending to other side. So the minus term goes to other side, it becomes plus. Okay. Now, so what can you do here, children? I m comma n, I m comma n plus n minus 1 by m plus 1. Okay. Is into, what is the term? I m comma n is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into I m comma n minus 2 was there. Okay. Now I am taking m minus n common here. So we get here as 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into I m comma n minus 2. So if you take LCM here, I m comma n into LCM, I'm taking children, m plus 1 will be the LCM. So m plus 1 plus n minus 1 will be in the numerator is equal to the same term children as it is I'm writing here. Okay, same term. So now here plus 1 minus 1 is cancelled. Plus 1 minus 1 is cancelled. So what will be left here? I m comma n into m plus n by m plus 1 is equal to cos to the power of n minus 1 x into sin to the power of m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 into I m comma minus 2, n minus 2. Okay. Now we need only I m minus m comma n value. So let us send that this m plus n by m plus 1 to other side. So it goes to denominator children. That means it will be reversed, reciprocated. So m plus 1. One second. Here all, this is m plus 1. Here this is m plus 1. So if you reciprocate that, what happens? M plus 1 is cancelled. So that m plus n will be in the denominator. N minus 1 x into sine to the power of m plus 1 x. Okay. By m plus n is left here. Plus n minus 1 by here also that m plus 1 is cancelled children. M plus n will be there here. I m comma n minus 2. I m comma. Okay. So this is your reduction formula. N minus 1 by m plus n into I m comma n minus 2. So this is your reduction formula for what? Integral of sine to the power of mx into cos to the power of nx dx. For m is a positive integer and n should be greater than or equals to 2. Understood children? So for that this is the formula. Okay. This is a reduction formula. And the same kind of sum children you have in exercise also same sum. But only the thing is there n is a positive integer, m can be greater than or equals to 2. So similar to this sum only we have to do. Only the thing is here whatever you did for cos, there you should do it for sine. Only that is different. That kind of difference is there. The rest of all is same. Clear? I hope you followed the sums children. Whatever we have discussed. So now here let us see what have we learned in today's session. We have learned a different reduction formula children and method of integration. So how do you integrate any different functions using successive reduction? Means using this reduction formula, we are trying to integrate our given functions. Clear? So let me give you some questions children for practice. Evaluate e to the power of x into 1 plus x square dx. Next is obtain the reduction formula for cot to the power of n. So cot to the power of n is what? Similar to tan to the power of n only. Next one is evaluate sine to the power of 5x into cos to the power of 4x. So it is similar to the just now we have seen one reduction formula, sine power mx into cos to the power of nx. So you can apply that here. Next one is if in is equal to log x to the power of n, then show that in is equal to x log x to the power of n minus n into in minus 1. So here also log x whole to the power of n is there. So whenever you have log function, you should take it as into 1. That already you know in the integration, the starting classes only we did that. So into 1 we can take children. So it is considered logarithmic function. So it should be considered as u and 1 should be taken as v. So based on that u into v formula, do the sum. Then at some point of time you will reach to this one. In is equal to means wherever you get x to the power of n minus 1 means log x to the power of n minus 1 somewhere you get there in your in the process of integration. So that should be replaced with in minus 1. Understood? So like that you have to do, and after you getting this proof, find out log x to the power of 4 means same thing you have to apply. N is equal to 4 you have to apply in this formula and do the sum. Understood children? I hope you enjoyed the class children. So by this our integration chapter is completed children. So I hope you have understood all the different kinds of methods and different kinds of sums you have seen in the integration chapter. And I felt very much happy actually to meet you all in this platform. So first I must be thankful to all the webinar team, entire webinar team, Sridevi madam, Shailja madam, Deepa madam, Manjari madam, everyone who who have supported me, and especially my principal sir, my principal Ramu sir, for giving me a lot of support in this concern. So thank you everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Purnima. Well said. Very well said. First of all, it is the support of the whole team
Yes, ma'am.
with which we are able to do these sessions successfully.
Yeah.
So, and your explanation was unique, very nice, because you were explaining through Wacom. It was just like explaining on the code itself. So well done, madam.
Thank you.
We felt very happy. And children, I think you must make use of these sessions for your future purposes, and also you can share with your friends also. So thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.